if the next affordable Samsung phone looked and felt like a premium flagship? That's what the Galaxy S25 Fan Edition might deliver this year. While Samsung has already released for Galaxy S25 models, it's not done yet. The Galaxy S25 Fan Edition or S25 FE is still on the way, and based on fresh reports, it's shaping up to be a big step up from the previous generation. The biggest rumored change: Samsung is planning to use flexible organic light emitting diode or OLED display panels in the Galaxy S25 Fan Edition for the first time. Now, these are not foldable displays. Flexible OLED simply means the display is built without a hard substrate, making it thinner and more lightweight compared to rigid OLED panels used in older Fan Edition models. Samsung already uses this display tech in its top-tier Galaxy S series, so bringing it to the Fan Edition lineup is a pretty smart move. This one upgrade could lead to a noticeably slimmer phone. Leaks suggest that the Galaxy S25 Fan Edition will be just 7.4mm thick. That's a clear improvement from the previous Fan Edition model, which was 8.0mm. A thinner design doesn't just make the phone feel more modern, it also makes it easier to hold, more pocket-friendly, and overall more premium. But Samsung isn't stopping at just making it slim. The new Galaxy S25 Fan Edition is also expected to have a 6.7-inch screen with thinner bezels. That means more display, less distraction, and a much more polished look for users who love watching videos or playing games on their phones. The larger screen space will definitely feel like an upgrade. Even though it's part of Samsung's budget-friendly lineup, the Fan Edition could start to blur the line between mid-range and flagship smartphones. That's exactly what many users want: a phone that doesn't cut to many corners but also doesn't cost over $1,000 US. With the display technology and design improvements, the Galaxy S25 Fan Edition might finally hit that sweet spot. It also gives Samsung an edge over its own Galaxy S series, which has been getting better year by year. If the Fan Edition uses higher-end parts like flexible OLED and a slimmer build, it stands out in a way the Galaxy A models can't match. That makes it a stronger choice for anyone who wants Samsung's software experience, reliable updates, and solid performance without paying the price of the Galaxy S25 Ultra or even the regular S25. Now, don't expect to see the S25 Fan Edition at Samsung's upcoming Unpacked event. Is Apple about to miss its chance with the first foldable iPhone? That question has been floating around more and more lately, and for good reason. While perfection is often praised in art or design, trying too hard to get everything just right in the tech world can backfire, especially when the market moves this fast. Apple has always been known for polishing its products over time, and after 18 years of iPhones, it is still refining every corner and edge. But when it comes to foldable phones, that perfectionist approach might be hurting more than helping. We are still waiting for the first foldable iPhone, while other brands like Samsung, Motorola, Huawei, and Google have already tried their luck. The big problem is that the foldable market, once full of excitement, is starting to slow down. Back in the year 2022, global shipments jumped from 9 million units in 2021 to 16 million, and the next year was expected to hit 26 million. But instead, the number for 2023 only reached around 18 million units. Now, it is hard to even find solid figures for 2024, which makes it seem like the earlier predictions were way off. Reports already suggest that 2025 might bring a decline in demand for foldables. That is not the future companies like Samsung or Huawei had in mind. And for Apple, this slowdown puts extra pressure on whatever it is planning for the iPhone. Apple is famous for taking its time, and sometimes that works out. But with foldables, the window of opportunity might be closing. If they wait much longer, there may not be a strong market left to enter. And the foldables that are out now are not helping much. The new Pixel 10 Pro Fold is more of the same. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is not bringing major upgrades. The OnePlus Open 2, it got cancelled. This does not paint a very hopeful picture. Apple could have stepped in this year or even last year with a solid, basic foldable that simply works. It did not need to be perfect, it just had to function well, look clean, and avoid breaking during the first week. That is what Samsung failed to do with its original Galaxy Fold back in 2019, but things have changed since then. Expectations are higher, yes, but so is Apple's ability to deliver. Right now, the problem is that if Apple waits until 2026 or beyond, it risks launching a foldable iPhone into a world that no longer cares about foldables. There was a time when Apple could afford to wait. That time might be over. The best thing Apple can do now is release a first-generation foldable iPhone that covers the basics. Can a thicker phone actually be a good thing? That's what many people are now asking after a new leak about Apple's upcoming iPhone 17 Pro Max. With the official launch expected in September, we're getting closer to seeing what Apple has planned, and one major upgrade is already making headlines. According to a post from a tipster named Instant Digital on the Chinese platform Weibo, the iPhone 17 Pro Max will come with a battery that has a capacity of 5,000 mAh, which would make it the largest battery ever in any iPhone model. For comparison, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has a battery capacity of 4,676 mAh, so this would be around a 7% increase, which is a big deal when we think about how long your phone can last during the day. While some people love slim and light phones, others just want a device that can go the distance, whether it is for gaming, streaming, or just regular all-day use without worrying about charging. This leak is exciting for those who want better battery life, even if the phone becomes a bit thicker and heavier. It is worth remembering that Apple used to be mocked for poor battery life. Back in 2014, Samsung released an advertisement showing iPhone users at an airport desperately looking for charging outlets and gave them the name wall huggers. It was funny at the time, but also a bit true. However, things have changed a lot since then. Apple has slowly improved battery life in its high-end iPhones, and this 5,000 mAh battery could be the best upgrade yet. People might now prefer carrying a slightly heavier phone if it means not having to charge it in the middle of the day. But Apple is not only focusing on power users. For those who want something slimmer, there is also the iPhone 17 Air. Expected to launch alongside the Pro Max, this model is rumored to have a battery with a capacity of 2,800 mAh, which is much smaller but allows Apple to keep the phone super thin and light. It could feel great to hold, especially for people who do not use their phones too heavily, but for anyone who wants a reliable device that can last all day, the smaller battery could be a deal breaker. So now the choice is clear. You can go for the ultra-thin design with the iPhone 17 Air or pick the more powerful and longer-lasting iPhone 17 Pro Max. Personally, if I were to upgrade this year, I would choose the Pro Max just for that 5,000 mAh battery. Long battery life means less stress, more time using the phone, and fewer searches for a charger. Of course, Apple is not the only player in the game. Some users might still consider Android options like the Pixel 10 Pro XL,